This isn't going to take very long. I have already listed everything I need to do in terms of purchasing in chronological order, basically. So, firstly, it's finding a residence somewhere. These are the languages I will be using. I have books for all of them almost, and I can do greetings and farewells in most of them, is my understanding when it comes to me working in terms of dealing with stock markets and whether or not there needs to be government enforcement activities or my own purchasing of a portfolio, speaking to brokers or calling corporations in order to say hi or any business dealings up to here. I think I need these at least. And I have the earnest motivation to be studying all of them. Now, it's finding a residence in a country where I'm thinking, so should the language be a deciding factor, firstly, whether or not it's the country to be speaking this language, such as España or France? I don't know. But my interest is there because I am moving, firstly, for my own residence, and whether or not the planet's governments see enforcement can construct its facilities there. It has to be those two for it to be a permanent residence, of which you expect the capital to be constructed for 10 leagues within 50 years as a tower city, and it maintaining as the capital, the location where I choose to move to, right? Would have to be. Does it have to be one of these countries? Not necessarily. But somewhere where I can operate in terms of there being a port for the government's fleets, facilities, looking feasible in terms of installation. And then maintaining that, not having this feeling of per situationally we would like to be here then leave, right? No. Move next there, and then there having to take care of my particulars in terms of my ability to leave the country while on informal what else is it called, summary probation, which tells me I can leave or not leave, maybe telling me I'm supposed to be able to, is what you're saying, right? Leave the country with this restraining order and current probation in effect. Okay, so it's moving. I get all that cleared and I move. I'm okay to leave the country, and then it's nextly get the vehicle. Is it going to be a Rivian or a Hummer? Has to be black first, then something white. Until then, it's doing rentals when I can here in America. I'll go around the industries there, because if I intend to be here for how long, I'm sure it would be best to, I think, not just stick to a car rental company. And then once I achieve that, it's the office. And my work operations for clients involve this: their capital, if they haven't begun their business, improving their sales or looking for areas to improve their sales, and then their operations. My objectives being what? Client relationship longevity. In addition to having my own personnel, at least one person to handle my communication matters, and then making sure I have some experience under my belt before I pursue an MBA. I'm going to require at least one accountant, I'm assuming, for all these accounts, just to help me out. And then purchase my first portfolio. And for the car, its particulars there. And then while I'm in the location for the setting up of the construction of the facilities for the government, it includes other leagues and hiring construction corporations. gathering league designs for their facilities, and then for the infrastructure underneath. All of this. This is all with my own money. My other activities involve what? This is all happening after, right? I do any league activity now, such as reading comic books or playing video games, other than the ones I am already doing. You're thinking more league activity leads to more. I'd have a busier situation. In addition to people, what? Maybe their understanding of my situation will avoid any ideas or worries of them being antagonistic and wanting to keep me here once they know all this. But I have to kind of cautiously move forward when it comes to league activity, because I don't want it increasing in terms of like adding antagonism towards my situations and it planting me here for the purpose of like new stories which are going to be included in any leagues like media. I don't want that here. I don't think anyone does unless you do. And it's like, haven't we had enough of this area and its possible situations? I think so by now. And then this, of course, as DJ Psychic. That's all happening in another country, not here. I'm not looking at any of this stuff now anymore until I move. And then this stuff, the other life stuff. And then the rest of what you would have for every day. What you eat every day, what the brands are in other countries, the franchises when it comes to restaurants, and then you have your weekend situation with your bars and, you know, your retailers in other countries, their products, I said, and then their markets, and then filling out my schedule, right? Recreation, gyms, places to take golf lessons, do 9 holes, tennis dates, and the clothes and the gear. I mean, I'm like all sporting with all this equipment here. I just bring it with me, but I need new wetsuits and surfboards, don't I? That's the breadth of it, actually. So, this video will be posted, and this is the plan in terms of chronological order. I mean, unless you bring my motivation through advertising or word of mouth, something I would think of firstly as frontside, not level 2 audio, being conducted, and it means your actual advertising activities as a corporation and like making efforts towards like putting advertising out through the available outlets, not a bunch of, you know. But they already know that stuff, and I'm not even in the realm for some of these industries in terms of like my situation. Once I get there, right, it all starts to move, and I start to hear information, and I start to look at products, whether on the net or brick and mortar retailers. I'll come to see what, you know, comes to me in terms of the not, well, already assuming I have the desire for something of their brand. It would have to be the particulars of that, and then like that coming into play and actually becoming more front side in my situation, and that information getting out there. And then what do you have? Because we already have this, I was thinking, you know, it carries negative angles in at first glance, but when I see that we are all aligned in terms of our timeline now and moving together on the same date, it's actually a situation that fosters a bull market, and it all is in synchronicity. The only thing is you cannot invest in other planets' stocks. It can all run at the same time on the same dates and times. That is not something that is telling you it is conducive towards trading and purchasing stocks from other planets. You do that, you lose your planet's vitality, and that is the first big no-no in our universe. You purchase stocks on another planet, your planet ends up decimating at the snap of a finger. If you don't know these, you should learn these before you start purchasing unethically stocks from another dimension or planet when you are supposed to be investing in the companies on your own planet. That all factors in and calculates into its GDP and showing that your planet is productive, not trying to milk another planet as backside activities, what you'd be doing there. So, yeah, that's how my schedule's looking, and I'm sticking to it, and that's that, and that's all. Good evening.